In esports, there are stories of prodigies.
Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves! Faker, what was that?
Heroes who have triumphed thanks to their undying love of the game, and players that proved their doubters wrong through hard work and skill alone. While all have faced adversity in their quests for greatness, none have earned the title of the greatest and willingly chosen to walk away from it. None except for ZeRo.
Universally recognized as the best player of our time for Smash 4.
But the story of the king of Smash 4 isn't made of happy memories. ZeRo's throne is a lonely one, sitting in a kingdom built on a foundation of torment, years of hard work, and a role he never wanted, the villain of someone else's story.
Even people that I will consider my friends actually want me to lose.
ZeRo's reign was incredible, but the path he took to get to the top was greater still. This is his story. Gonzalo ZeRo Barrios was born on April 17, 1995 in Chillán, Chile. He started playing Smash in 1999 at the age of 4 when the original Super Smash Bros. Released on the Nintendo 64. But ZeRo had a difficult childhood.
I pretty much from the very beginning, I saw the ugly side of many things. A few things happened, very, very awful experiences happened where kind of everything shattered, so then my parents, were not together anymore. The sense of family was destroyed, I didn't have a stable home for the majority of my childhood. I was pretty much in poverty, for a long period of time,
After his parents' divorce, his mother was unable to find steady work. And while his family's financial struggles may have taken a toll on him, the bullying he experienced at school was worse still.
In school I was always the fat kid that no one really gave a shit about, dead ass honest, then no one cared. Whatever I thought or whatever I thought about anything, they never cared. I was always quiet because people always told me to shut up.
ZeRo ended up dropping out of school, but he found refuge in a GameCube his mother bought him. After spending countless hours in front of a TV playing Super Smash Bros. Melee, ZeRo decided it was time to test his skill against others. ZeRo attended his first Melee tournament in 2006, but didn't actually play in it.
I just couldn't. I just couldn't play. I turned around and I told my mom, let's go home, I'm too nervous.
Eventually, ZeRo would not only overcome his fear of competition, but grow to love the thrill of it. From there, ZeRo was hooked. He started going to more tournaments, and when he wasn't competing, he worked, picking blueberries with his mother so that he could afford to go to even more Smash events. He began dominating the local Chilean scene, first in Melee, then, in its sequel, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, he discovered that in America, people like Melee legend Ken Huang and Halo champion Tom T-Squared Taylor were making a living as professional video game players. In 2011, ZeRo picked up his first recorded tournament victory, first place in Chile's second national Brawl tournament. After repeated successes on home soil, ZeRo realized that it was time to take his talents to America. ZeRo's first ever international event was Apex 2012, where he placed 17th in singles and 9th in doubles.
No, this is definitely stalling regardless. Alright.
But placing that low wasn't enough to make a living on. ZeRo returned to Chile, but the promise of being able to live off Smash like others were doing was intoxicating. In 2013, ZeRo asked his mother to let him go to the United States for 1 year to try and make a career out of Smash. If he couldn't do it, he'd go back home, maybe go to college and leave the game behind for good. ZeRo moved to Philadelphia and began to eke out a living. He would practice Brawl, compete in tournaments, and use the money he earned to pay his friend's family some rent for letting him stay in their basement.
In fact, they didn't even charge me anything for the first few months because they wanted me to get a foot on the ground pretty much and kind of start making some money, and then they charged me a little bit. They pretty much charged me like $200 a month, just to live there each month, which was extremely generous,
Everything else was reinvested into Smash so that he could attend more tournaments. He spent hours on buses going from Philadelphia to New York to New Jersey to California to Maryland, all while studying videos of top Brawl players to find weaknesses in their game, and his studies paid off. ZeRo turned heads with wins over some of Brawl's best players.
Jason went really deep off stage, and that could cost them. ZeRo with the edge guard.
Oh my gosh! Oh.
That's it.
In private, Mewtwo King told him he had what it took to become one of the best. Over the next while, ZeRo competed and placed in a myriad of tournaments, and in time, his wins began outpacing his rent. However, despite being successful enough to no longer worry about making a living, ZeRo never established himself as a dominant force in Brawl, on the level that Mewtwo King and Nairo were. But then, he got his big break. At E3 2013, Nintendo unveiled Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U, with series creator Masahiro Sakurai saying that the game would fall somewhere between the pace of Melee and Brawl. For E3 2014, just a few months ahead of the game's launch, Nintendo held an invitational tournament with some of Smash's biggest names, including ZeRo. With the world watching, ZeRo didn't waste his opportunity.
This is it! One grab, he misses. Huggybox doesn't get it. Destruction!
And we have our first ever winner of a Smash Brothers for Wii U tournament.
The body height that you get off of a win in those conditions is inexplicable. Like, it is the kind of body height that I can be 80 years old and I'll still remember that because it was that impactful. Like, I will say it is one of the best moments I have ever lived in my existence.
Sure, the event didn't exactly play by official tournament rules, but his grand finals win over Hungrybox put ZeRo on the map. ZeRo kept playing Melee and Brawl up to Smash 4's release, but Smash 4 called to him. At Sky Smash 4 Invitational, the first tournament to be played with competitive rules, ZeRo placed third. After that, there was no stopping him. First at UGC Bi-Weekly, Triumph or Die 2014, Super Smash Weekend, Super Smash Saturday, UGC Bi-Weekly, Double Vegas Down Attack, SkillCon, USC Smash, Warriors Pass, the Clash Online Invitational, Double Vegas Down Attack, Final Battle, Smash 4 Worldwide, 6, Apex 25th, Showdown 6, Cyberzone, The Gaming Zone, Shock Aftershock, Double Vegas Down Attack, Come On and Ban, NorCal Regionals 2015, MVG Sandstorm, Chokaigi 2015, Fire and Dice, Smash 4 Oblivion Tournament, Fire and Dice, Smash 4 Fire and Double Vegas Down Attack, Fire and Dice, Combo Breaker Best 2015, Double Vegas Down Attack, La Paradiso, CEO 2015, FC Smash, Evo 2015, MSS 1, Top Cut Comics, and Poplar. 43 tournaments into the longest win streak in esports history, ZeRo was signed by Team Solo Mid, and he wasn't done yet. Between November 2014 and October 2015, ZeRo won an unprecedented 53 tournaments in a row. 53 tournaments in 11 months. ZeRo wasn't just winning a few big tournaments and ignoring the rest, he was grinding out more than a tournament a week all over the United States. If you had a local, ZeRo was willing to make the trip and take your money too. And he wasn't just winning, he was dominating.
That's it! That's it! TSM's own, yet again, taking another huge tournament.
He wasn't just the best, he was unbelievable.
Grab again. Oh, that's going to be it. Nice down smash.
Oh my
and
God.
ZeRo, all the way from losers, keeping his reign.
Perhaps his most impressive individual feat came at EVO 2015, when ZeRo became the first Smash player to ever win the tournament without dropping a single game.
Get that grab. Oh, one? A two?
It's
Oh my God!
What?
ZeRo!
What a play!
Yes, he does.
Back in his glory days, Ken, the man ZeRo looked up to at the beginning of his career, was known as the King of Smash. ZeRo became the first person to ever truly inherit that title. But when you're the king, you will always face a challenge to your crown. And at MLG New Orleans, Nairo would bring ZeRo's incredible streak to a dramatic end.
Oh my God! One more stock. Hey, you can hear the chant right now. They want one more stock. This is looking amazing for Nairo.
Absolutely.
ZeRo look like he does not have the answers today. This
Oh my God.
Oh,
It's over! It's over! He did it!
Nairo has done it.
The new champion of Super Smash Brothers! For the Wii U! Nairo has done it!
Despite losing his air of invincibility, ZeRo bounced back, proving why he had reigned for so long.
At this percent, there are no guaranteed 50-50s. It all comes down to whether. And
That is it! ZeRo takes it!
That's it!
Congratulations!
But after 64 recorded first place finishes in just over a year, an injury forced him onto the sideline.
Every time a shield or tech, it really hurts. So imagine every time you're playing the game, some actions will just pain you. Like
it's not the type of pain where it's like you get paint or something. It's a type of pain where like someone like hits you. It pains really bad.
Even during his hiatus, ZeRo was ranked as the greatest Smash 4 player in the world. But 2 months was a long time to go without real practice, and it started to look like his opposition was beginning to catch up. ZeRo finally returned to competition in Canada at Get On My Level 2016, where he managed to place second. It was an incredible showing for someone who hadn't played seriously in 2 months, but ZeRo's results were going to remain inconsistent. Second at 2GGT Mexico Saga. Second at Smash and Splash 2.
3-1.
Ninth at CEO. His first time missing top 8 in 2 years.
Is this it is? 3-0! 3-0 out of the tournament!
Third at What the Fox 2.
ZeRo dropping yet another tournament.
Third at EVO 2016, and ZeRo hit his lowest point yet, with 13th at Super Smash Con 2016.
Yeah, the story for a lot of people going in here was, can ZeRo get the streak back? Can he put himself back on top? And unfortunately, the answer is no.
ZeRo was beating solid players, but losing to lower ranked or at the time unknowns. People were ready to write him off. But he triumphed at Endgame in Illinois, beating EVO champion Ally and crushing Mewtwo King with a perfect JV3 stock in Grand Finals.
Back to the stage. This tournament's not over yet, folks. Now it is.
Oh my god.
ZeRo won Shine 2016 the next week without dropping a single set, a performance reminiscent of his dominant era. But again, his form dipped. ZeRo took a fall in March 2017, finishing 49th at 2GGC Civil War, his lowest placing ever.
Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Over! Matai beats ZeRo! Matai!
After that, he only missed top 8 twice, and brought home 31 first place trophies, including wins at CEO Dreamland, 2GGC Nairo Saga, CEO and Shine 2017. ZeRo achieved everything he wanted to do when he left Chile. He was the absolute best player Smash 4 had ever seen. There was no one left to beat, nothing left to conquer.
I wanted to beat everybody. I wanted to beat every single character, every single player. You know, I wanted to beat the best players from Japan, the best players from every state. I just wanted to build something that I felt was unshakable, that I felt I will be so satisfied with that I could just turn the page on it and then look back on it and say, I did all that work for that. I built something that I'm proud of.
The same day he announced his retirement, ZeRo was ranked first again. Even at the very end, he was still the best player in the world. From the height of his dominant streak to the inconsistent days of placing outside of top 8, ZeRo earned every win, every triumph, and every bit of praise he received. ZeRo started from nothing, but by dedicating himself to Smash, through making it his life, he found success.
You know, even if I have the worst loss of all time, even if I feel like the game sucks, you know, even if whatever reason I feel like at the moment, you know, I still always come back to it and I still always enjoy it. It still always makes me feel the most out of anything.
ZeRo went from no one to one of esports' best. From a poor kid in Chile to the king of Smash 4. He scrounged by on tournament winnings, never underestimated his opponents, and always studied, always practiced for the next fight.
My goal was never to like make money with this or be popular. And I just hope all the people that may be in my position, you know, just somebody looks at it and says, hey, if this person with so few resources could manage to do all this, you know, get this far, maybe I can do it too with anything.
Regardless of whether ZeRo returns one day to dominate as he did over the last few years, nothing can take away from his legacy and the obstacles he overcame along the way to attain it.
That was fun. That was fun.
Thanks for watching. If you want more great content just like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button.